Good morning, students. How are you all? After a short while, I'm just here to take the class. So there was a gap. So I'm just planning to go for a recap. Then only you can understand continuously what is happening in the French Revolution. Okay. The first one is that I had already taught you what is revolution. Okay. If you could understand the process or meaning of revolution, 100% you can study this lesson very easily. 1. 2. Please purchase textbook. Without textbook you can't study or you won't be able to study. Okay. Now the textbooks are available in our school. You go to the school and ask them where it is available and please purchase that. Okay. Don't I'm right from 6 or 7 to 10 something the stall is working. Early morning. You go there and get it. Also in the evening if I am right, it will be 4 to 6 or something like that. Without textbook you can't study history. History is not an easy subject, not an easy subject at all, because you must read the textbook, then only you can understand, because this is an online class. So what is the problem? You know that if you got any doubt you can't ask me and I can't explain it to you. So you must read and keep a dictionary with you and find out the word meanings and try to understand. Without that you can't study history. History is a very long subject. In first chapter itself there is 25 pages. So please, if you are ready to put your effort, 100% you can study. No, nothing is impossible in our life. But the only thing, you must be ready to put forward an effort. Then you can study. Okay. Now, revolution. What is revolution? Revolution is there in each and every aspect. You know, revolution of earth. Okay. Same way there is a revolution in the nature. Same way there is a revolution in the biological or zoological part of each and every living being. That means human being and animals. Actually, revolution occurs when there is a law of nature. There is a law of nature. According to that law, nature is going ahead. Okay? Or nature is doing its activities. Same way, each and every human being's body, physical condition is having a law. My physical condition may not be accepting something, or one person's physical condition will not be same like another person. So when my physical condition is not accepting something, I must not do that. Then only a harmonical life can be maintained. If I am not ready to obey the law of my physical condition, then what will happen? A fight will take place. A fight between my views and thoughts and my body condition will take place. So what will be the ultimate result? The result is that it will enter into a disease. Automatically I will be facing some disease. This is an example. So I must go for treatment. And the doctor will advise me, in future you should not do or use these things. I must be ready to accept that instruction. If I am not ready to accept the instruction, what will happen? A fight will take place again. Understand? That fight is known as a revolution. An example I am giving you. Same thing in the case of nature. There is some laws in nature. If you or we people are not ready to follow the law of nature, then what will happen? Nature will turn against us. And it will start fighting with us. Understand? Why? I'll give you one example. Pollution. Pollution was created by whom? By human being. By human being, pollution was created. Okay. So the law of nature is hampered or destroyed by human being. Can the nature accept the destruction for a long period? No. So now it had adjusted with our destruction for a long period. Now the nature is reverting to us or responding back. How? By extreme heat, 1. 2. By flood, 3. Extreme winter. This is why this was created by human beings. Deforestation is a destruction done to the nature. So the law of nature had been destroyed by human being. So what happened? A revolution takes place in between human being and the nature. This is revolution. Same way, nature can't talk to us, can't say to us, we are going to do this. Are you ready to agree with this? No. But in the case of government, there is a possibility of mutual discussion and understanding. Suppose some laws which the government had implemented, which the government had implemented may not be acceptable by the human being. So what will happen? They will put forward their ideas and opinion and suggestions. Okay? If the government is not ready to accept our suggestions or opinions, naturally we will be having a ill feeling towards the government. So again, next time another law they had implemented which was not satisfied by us and which was not acceptable by us. So what will happen? Naturally a difference of opinion is increasing. The difference of opinion is increasing. For example, nowadays there is a discussion in between the human beings or the citizens or the population of India. What is that? Regarding the price of diesel and petrol. The price of crude oil had gone down. Extreme down. I'm thinking it is something like a liter, it is costing 10 rupees or something. So, in such circumstance, naturally or automatically, the price of diesel and petrol will go down or must go down. Must go down. But it is not happening in India. But in all other countries it is happening. So what happened? Human beings are thinking the government is exploiting us or harassing us or torturing us. Understand? So now what is the thing? The general public is having a difference of opinion in their heart and mind towards the government. Understand? The government had reduced the cost of gas, LPG, which is utilized by us in the house. Okay, but they are not ready to reduce the cost of diesel and petrol. What is the ultimate effect in the world, in the country? The price of all other articles will not go down. The price of all other necessity articles will not go down because the transportation cost is not going down. Understand? So what happened? The living cost will be the same or more. It is not changing. I am telling you, I am giving this example of the present situation. But the income of the people had went down due to the pandemic attack or due to coronavirus attack or due to COVID-19 attack. People don't have work, so the income went down. Many a business are closed. Business people's income also went down. So this creates a difference of opinion in the heart of the human beings in India towards the government. And also another aspect I am giving you. Our government had offered they will give food materials to the poor people, all people. They are not giving. They are just saying, I will do this, I will do that. Naturally, this also is creating a difference of opinion in the mind and heart of the human being. So what will happen? A revolution may take place. May take place. I am not saying it will. And some months before means before coronavirus attack, there was a fight between the government and the citizens of India due to CAA, Citizen Amendment Act, which was brought into practice by the government. That was a right. Many states were creating many problems. That also, if this coronavirus is not coming and if that situation is going on and aggravating, what will happen? A revolution will take place. Understand? One more thing I am going to explain to you. You may think, what is the difference between war and revolution? Civil war and revolution. Okay? Civil war means a fight between two group of people in a country or state. In a country or state. That is civil war. Maybe two communities. But in the case of revolution, it is not that. This is a fight between government and the majority citizens of the country. Government and the majority citizens of the country. So keep these things in your mind and then study French Revolution. You can understand. So let me tell, the revolution means this. Due to the difference of opinion, forcibly overthrowing a government or a social order. So that is revolution. And next, I am just going ahead. Now, in the French Revolution, 14th July 1789 was the day the first occurrence happened in France against the government. Why and how? I will tell you. In 14th July 1789, King Louis XVI ordered the troops to move to the city Paris in the early morning. That is the reason. Why that became a reason for this violence? Because prior to that, this king came into practice came into power in the year of 1774. In the year of 1774. And from 1774 to 1789, how many years are there? 15 years, no? Within these 15 years, there was some disparities between the citizens and the French government. That disparities or that differences of opinion was developing or growing up day by day. Day by day, this ill feeling was aggravating in the mind or heart of the citizens. Understand? So what happened? On 1789, July 14th, when the order was passed on, the citizens other than the troops, the citizens got annoyed and reached in a suspicious situation. Because this message reached to the citizens, they passed on the message immediately, very speedily to most of the citizens. And they were in the impression that as they were against the government's rules and orders, so the government is trying to open a fire on them. Open a fire means shooting. Okay, open a fire on them. So they gathered together in front of the town hall and they discussed about the matter. They all came into the conclusion that this King Louis XVI is going to murder us or kill us by firing. Okay. So what they had done, they made groups of several division, or some people, means 7,000 people had gathered. They made several groups of them and they decided to attack government offices first and government buildings. First they decided to attack government buildings and government offices. For what purpose? To find out arms. Arms means what? The things which are needed for fighting. maybe gun, pistol or sword, something like that. Okay, they decided to attack the government buildings and offices to find out the arms, to fight with the troops and the government. But they couldn't find out anything in the government offices or building. They destroyed the government offices and building. Okay, then one troop proceeded towards the eastern part of the city. Which city? Paris. In the eastern part of the city, prison was situated. That prison's name is the Bastille. And that prison was well guarded. Well guarded. Okay. That means enough and more security persons are there to take care of the prison. So that is why it is known as a fortress prison. Okay. So they went inside. They start fighting with the security peoples, and then they found out the arms there. They took the arms and start fighting very harshly and rigorously. Ultimately, the commander of the prison was killed by them, murdered by them. Then what happened? The whole prison was destroyed, damaged into pieces, broken into pieces. Okay, then they took the pieces, took some small pieces, and went to the market and sold it out. For what purpose? To keep the pieces as a memory of achievement of their triumph or of their attack. To keep the pieces of the prison as a memory. Souvenir means as a memory. As a memory of their attack. Understand? This was mentioned in the page number 3, I am thinking, where the starting is coming. Okay.